horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. It's time to do another movie review. This time to review the movie The Beach House. Yes. Now, The Beach House is a 2019 American horror film. It was written and directed by Jeffrey A. Brown in his directorial debut. I hope I don't screw this person's name right. This film stars Leanna Lee Barito, Noah Lee Gross, Marianne Nagel, and Jake Reber. Now, for the premise, we have a romantic getaway for two troubled college sweethearts turns into a struggle for survival when unexpected guests and the surrounding environment exhibit signs of a mysterious infection. Yes! Now, if it wasn't for the pandemic, I'm sure plenty of people would be enjoying the summer by relaxing in their beach houses and soaking up the sun. Yeah, you'd be sitting on the beach, be getting sunburns, swimming in the ocean, hoping you don't get eaten by a shark as well, neither, because sharks are real. All right, then that's the setup that first-time director Jeffrey A. Brown has given us here with this isolation horror movie, The Beach House. Now, for this setup, we have graduate student Emily, played by Leanna Libertino. Oh boy, I know I messed it up this time. Is accompanying her boyfriend Randall to his father's beach house so they can fix their troubled relationship. However, it seems that the house isn't empty, as an older couple, Mitch and Jane, are also staying at the house as guests of his father. Apparently, as we find out later on, that Randall has been estranged from his father. He didn't tell him he was coming down. He let these two couples stay in the house for some unknown reason, and now they're all there. Now, so after some awkwardness, both couples, they start to relax. They start to enjoy each other's company. They all seem to be getting along fine. Meanwhile, some weird shit starts happening in and around the ocean and in the water. It starts affecting the water. People start drinking it. They all look weird. And as the movie progresses, we realize that the infection is spreading and both couples are in serious danger. Ooh, I love these infection horror movies. Now, I'll give Jeffrey A. Brown some credit as a first-time director, as he does a nice job on how well the film looks. Gotta give him some credit here. We have some decent shots of the ocean and the beach and the beach house, and everything looks nice and peaceful. It's relaxing. The sun is out. It sets the tone of we should have a nice, relaxing time, and that's basically what we have as far as the film looks. However, when we get to the second act, the tone and the atmosphere changes from relaxation to desperation, survival, and fear. So I gotta give Jeffrey Brown credit for how he sets the tone. For one half, everything is nice and relaxed. In the second half, it's desperation, it's survival, it's fear. We gotta survive because shit has hit the fan. Now, while Jeffrey did a good job on how well the film looks, it's the story what he misses the boat on. Now, I don't mind a slow burn, and I don't mind a movie taking its time to set up the situation, but it seems that Jeffrey has two different types of movies going on for this one. I mean, one of the problems is characters, as other than Emily, we really don't know them well enough to care what happens to them. The only thing we know about Randall is that he dropped out of college, and for whatever reason, he seems directionless. We really don't get that much to know about him. We don't know why he dropped out of college. Obviously, it's affected his relationship with Emily, but we really don't know what caused him to drop out of college. We don't get that anything other than that. We really don't know that much about Jane or Mitch, other than Jane seems to be suffering from some type of illness, possibly cancer, based upon the number of pills that she's taking. So I know what you're trying to say. I know that he was trying to build up tension in the first half of the movie, but other than shots of the ocean that we get every now and again, nothing really happens. It would have been nice to see the infection affecting other people around this resort, but I don't know if it's either a mistake on Jeffrey's part or they simply did not have the budget to put any other cast any other extras in the film, because basically we just have these four actors and that's it. But fear not, people, at least the film picks up in the second half and we get some body horror that would make Cronenberg happy. We get some psychedelic imagery and it seems some invasion of the body snatcher vibes, but we don't get the full explanation of what or where the infection comes from. We get some ideas that it's coming from the ocean as we get a shot early on in the movie, but not enough explanation. It would have been nice to get some type of explanation to understand what's happening, but I guess Jeffrey felt as though that the less we know, the more frightening it should be, but unfortunately he doesn't amp up enough tension to make it frightening. Now, Leanna Libertero does a fine job as Emily. It seemed like she was the only fleshed out character as we get a nice backstory of her character. We understand that she's a graduate student. She does a great job in explaining what she wants to do in life and what she's studying. And I thought that was nice to get that information from her, but as far as her character is concerned, we see her frustrations with her relationship with Randall, her concerns with Jane's health, and her fears when the shit starts hitting the fan around the beach resort. Now, veteran actor Jake River does what he can with Mitch, but I guess the script doesn't allow him to get us to know much about him or his wife Jane, other than the fact that it seems like she's sick, but that's all we get. Now, Noah LaGrosse is okay as Randall, but just like with Mitch and Jane, we simply don't know enough about his character to care what happens to him. He seems like to be a bit of a hard ass, seems to be a bit stuck up on himself. There's issues with him, and I wish we could have explored those issues more in the film. But I guess for some reason Jeffrey decided not to do that, which kind of misses the mark on some of the aspects between he and Emily's relationship. No, I know some people will make some comparisons out of this and Color Out of Space, but at least Color Out of Space had a tighter story. I believe that Jeffrey needs to flesh out his characters better on his next project. Because, like I said, he does a good job, but just like the story was kind of off. It's like, flesh out your characters more. Create a little bit more tension, at least in the first half. So that way, it would make the whole story better. Now, I know the average horror fan will not like this one, mainly due to the slow pacing and the lack of any attention during the first half of the movie. But if you can get past that, I believe we have a decent, good horror movie here. Like I said before, it is could have been not great. It's not bad, but like I said, there's just two different types of movies, in my opinion. We got that slow building, slow burn that we've seen in other movies before, and most people might check out on it because of the lack of tension, nothing happens and people might check out on it. But once you get past that and once you get to the second half of the movie, things tend to pick up. So hopefully, if Jeffrey gets another chance, another project, and maybe he gets a little bigger budget, he can actually create something decent. So I'm going to give The Beach House only 2 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. I'm going to give it 2 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Like I said, pretty could have been an excellent horror picture, but because of the first half of the movie, just didn't hit the mark for me. I'm pretty sure a lot of people really enjoyed this picture, but it just didn't hit the mark for me because of the first half. But I really did enjoy the second half of the movie. So, like I said, this is actually being shown on Shudder right now, the Shudder exclusive. So, if you have Shudder, please go ahead and watch it. Give this film a chance because, like I said before, I think most people will enjoy it. But like I said before, I don't think a lot of people are not going to. The average horror fan might not like it. But if you have seen The Beach House, tell me what you thought about it. Did you enjoy it? Did you thought it was a pretty good attempt for Jeffrey A. Brown? Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about The Beach House. So that's my video for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Also, all my social media links will be in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rule. I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.